Jerry Jones and the rival Cowboys brought Sanders to Dallas and made him the highest paid defender to ever play the game.
I'm looking forward to the first day I step foot on this football field or to put on that star. I always wanted to be a star, didn't I? Now I get to be a star every day on my helmet, you know?
Hall of Famers are guys that change the game. That since they played the game, it will never be the same. Deion, certainly that.
Michael Irvin, the record, 1961 Oilers, Charlie Hennigan and Bill Groman. Aikman to Deion, opens it up, a 6-yard catch. His first catch as a Cowboy. Is it Glanville or Elvis Gerback? No, it's somebody who likes it. Aikman, deep to Deion. Tommy, he dives, just can't get it.
Yeah, Deion doesn't make this catch, but you can see the threat it will present to teams that play the Cowboys in the future. With his kind of speed, he's going to be open a lot.
A touchdown from Moose. Ball behind.
Why don't they let Deion return punts?
And they just don't have a lot of offensive possession.
You know what? They're going to give it to him. And this is simply prime time being prime time in prime time. Monday Night Football, 45 yards. The return leads to a Dallas field goal. Cowboys up 10-3.
While Deion sailed to the heavens for every jump ball, the more earthbound.
Possession for Oakland. Hostetler. Deep for the Rocket. Deion Sanders picks it off. And it's prime time. Prime time. Prime time. He returns.
Prime time, covering Lake Dawson. Dawson tries to take out Deion, and then Deion. Oh, we don't need that. You're better than that. No flags. Second quarter, 14-3.
Field goal and only a 10-3 lead. Well, Chris Morton said, told you, look for Deion on offense to throw him to 4 to 6 times. Here's Troy Aikman to Deion Sanders. Prime time. Boom time.
Come on. Here's a reverse to Deion Sanders. Cuts upfield at the 25. Now reverses direction. Finds a blocker. Here he goes. Here he goes. At the 20. To the right. To the 10. To the 5. Deion Sanders.
After viewing 7, fans were ready for the usual.
Sanders is into formation, into slot to the left. Pass over the middle, caught by Deion Sanders. Sanders doing a dance all the way down the field. He's hard to keep up with.
Oh, that was pretty good stuff. Sanders is really stepping up.
Sanders set up the game's first touchdown.
Throws the bomb to Deion Sanders, caught. First down, Dallas at the 14, and prime time makes a 47-yard prime catch of a Troy Aikman ball.
Deion Sanders and these type of routes. Watch here. Yancey Thigpen's going to release outside. Deion has him pinned to the sideline. The only chance you have is to throw it behind the receiver where he can stop and catch on the outside shoulder.
I still think the only place to go for Deion Sanders, too, is if you're going to throw, you go inside.
Absolutely.
You throw inside of him. Don't go outside or down the field.
First time they tested Sanders.
And number 21 here, Deion Sanders, who would like to hold the trophy for just a moment before Michael gives it away into the crowd.
You know, I ain't get to hold this last year.
Deion, this is a pretty good legacy for you. You go to San Francisco last year, they win a Super Bowl. You come to Dallas this year, they win a Super Bowl.
I don't think I was the difference, though. I mean, some people may say, but that ain't the difference.
What was the difference?
First of all, I think the Lord had a lot to do with this, and this team is unbelievable. We a hell of a coach in Barry Switzer, and the big three on offense, and the way this defense performed, we can't be faded.
I'd like to know what's in your immediate future. Are you planning to play baseball this season?
I tell you what, I love the fans of Dallas. And the baseball situation's up in there, but I'm happy with what I'm doing.
All right, Deion, congratulations.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my mom, my family, my stepfather, Willie. Hey, my boys back, Rossville, all my homies. What's up now?
Thanks, Deion. Deion Sanders, we want to remind you,
It's a very emotional game. You bust up a big play and score a touchdown. Fellas got to let it up. Like you did both. Trust me. You'll be doing the cha-cha in the end zone, too. Cha-cha-cha.
So you don't even have to complete him. 2nd and 7 from the 9. Deion beats Jason Sehorn, 7-0 Cowboys.
Yeah, and Felipe Sparks would struggle all day, Chris. Here's Sparks covering Kevin Williams.
Flags falling early and often against the Colts. The Cowboys down 3-0, but Aikman to Deion Sanders, 16-yard reception, has the ball, 2nd quarter. Jim Harbaugh from Oh, Uncle High School, that's critical information. Hit by Tony Tolbert right there. Fumble. Deion Sanders picks it up. High stepping. Prime timing. 22 yards. Hipping. Hopping. Touchdown 14-3, Dallas.
Derek Holmes with a nice hole. You see the offensive lineman working, and again we see missed tackles, 10 in the first quarter by the Dallas Cowboys, so they didn't improve from last week.
Only Deion prevents the TD right here. So, for Dallas, the season is a 10-7 game. 3rd and 6 under 5 minutes to go. Van Pelt almost intercepted by Deion Sanders. The Cowboys defense plays later. 35 seconds left in the half to Deion. Down to the 6-yard, get down to the 6-yard line. Sets up a boys in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter. First drive, Aikman, Deion, out pattern 11. My word, he's back. Dolphins trying to rally. Swing pass to Blaney Pomeroy. But Deion makes this strip and hits it fumble. No, this way. No, this way. No, this way. No. Woo! But it's the Cowboys' ball, Marino.
I think that you have to dominate that position, and Fuller refused to be intimidated.
And then that was a heavyweight battle. It's a welterweight scrap between Deion Sanders, who really excelled, and the Eagles lead at 21-13. Aikman to Deion Sanders between defenders.
The Cowboys were experiencing a renaissance in the second half, in large part due to their renaissance man, Deion Sanders. On offense, he showed the speed and moves everyone knew he had. But he also showed he was no one-dimensional threat, going over the middle for the tough grabs. At cornerback on defense, Deion simply eliminates half the field for the opposing quarterback. Rarely challenged, Deion showed he isn't one-dimensional on defense either, and criticism of his lack of hitting was put to rest. Batter.
Handoff Leroy Ward, and he has a big hole up the middle, but the ball's going out of his hands by Sanders. He laterals back to one of the Cowboy linebackers. Back to pass.
Prime time. Only the punter, Josh Miller, trips him up. Greg Lloyd turns, but he was buzzed all day by the Niner front. Deion Sanders makes the pick, and watch Steve Young, who threw the ill-advised pass, stop Deion on the tackle, maybe the tackle of the year.
Yeah, great read by Deion to make the interception, but a better tackle by Steve Young.
But then, Deion stepped in here and made his stop. But the Packers showing... With the score 7-3 Pack in the 2nd quarter, far but drop back. But Deion Sanders makes the pick, and he could go all the way. Touchdown, put it down. 10-7, how about them Cowboys?
The strength of this defense is in the backfield. And the sheriff of the secondary is Deion Sanders. But Deion's side of the field can be a ghost town, as he makes quarterbacks justifiably gun-shy. But when they do throw to his side, he makes them pay.
Far pump fakes on 2nd and 4. Now waits it out to the left. Intercepted by Deion Sanders. He may score. 25, 20, 15. High step dance to the goal line. Touchdown Cowboys.
A threat to score anytime he touches the ball, Sanders reestablished himself as one of the game's top punt returners in 1997.
He outruns some coverage to the 30, gets open at the 40. He may run this back at the 50. He's to the 40, to the 30. He's
Gray knows he's got a 4.2 40 and starts running even before the snap of the ball, and it still isn't good enough. 55-yard completion. Emmitt Smith said later, quote, Deion was superb.
No, I'm going to try to milk that cow for everything she got in her.
And leave it to Deion to break it open for a touchdown. What a run!
102 total yards. Late fourth quarter, Cannell trying to be a player, prime time player hating. Got his PhD, his player hating degree. 8 career interception return for a touchdown, one off of Ken Houston's NFL record of 9. Deion high-stepping from 30 yards out, he said, I try to score every time.
Able to get outside the pocket when he needs to.
Deion Sanders exhorting the crowd back at his own 25-yard line.
I'd kick it out of bounds. I would not kick the ball to him.
Leo Aragu is going to kick it right at it. Deion at the 26. 40. The 30. Dragged down from behind inside the 20-yard line by Calvin Branch, and Deion Sanders has put the Cowboys right back at the goal line door.
I don't understand why you would line up and kick the ball far right down the middle of the field to Deion Sanders. Hey, believe it, this guy is good. Why keep testing it? The idea is not to give the other team's good players a chance to make plays. They've been doing it all day long. Very fortunate that the Raiders, Calvin Branch is hustling to stop the touchdown.
This year they were supposed to. Trent Green. Now where's this pass going? Picked off by Deion Sanders, and Deion will return it all the way to the 21-yard line, and Tom Deion had it figured.
Well, smart play by Deion Sanders. Again, a young quarterback in Trent Green. You read his eyes. You see Deion ignoring the receiver right there, focuses on the ball, and a great job of picking it off and then starting back down the field.
14 Dallas. Just over 2 minutes to go. 27-20. The Cowboys lead by 7. Furlong picked off by Deion Sanders. Makes the move in front of Mark Carrier. A beautiful play, and returns it about 20 yards before finally, he is brought to earth. Furlong wondering, do I...
Arling. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 10. Aikman, first completion. Deion Sanders getting the first down. Dallas will get a field goal after. So they share it in the penalty. Sanders getting set for the punt return, and you generally want to kick away from him. The festive moves, busting through people outside, and he's going 69 yards. One to beat. He beat him. He's in. 17-zip. Dallas up at the half. Deion Sanders taking it all the way.
Anytime you cover a punt, you never want to follow your teammate. You got 2 guys running on top of each other, creates all types of running lanes, and that's the one thing you don't want to give Deion Sanders is any type of running room, because really, even though Hutton almost runs him down there.
Now 27-zip in the 4th. Hoying, his receiver did fall down. Give him that. Sanders was in the way of it, and he returns it 40 yards, or rather to the 40-yard line. Hoying the one who took him.
At Sun Devil Stadium for the Arizona Cardinals. Deion Sanders limping. Cowboys in. It's a game for first place. Jake Plummer picked off by Deion. Dives out at the 2-yard line. Sets up Emmett's second touchdown of the day. It's 28-7 at Dallas for first place. The Skins led by 21 points in their first meeting. Dallas won in overtime. Deion Sanders making a hit in the backfield of Stephen Davis. Setting the tone early for Dallas. Nothing. They said, all right, Washington, we're going to grab the lead this time. Deion Sanders takes the punt from Hanson, but he's nailed by Dan Turk. Oh, man, it was a double nail.
Yeah, Dan Turk from the front side, Mike Sellers from the back side. You can see exactly how hurtful that blow was to Deion Sanders.
Yeah, about Mike Fleur. The licking and takes the licking and keeps on ticking, and so does this guy, Deion Sanders. He could go all the way with the score 31-20. Deion ices it 70 yards. Almost did it on Monday night with a little razzle-dazzle. He does it here, Tom. You look at it again. The questionable block looked like it clipped it, but let's watch.
Yeah, and Deion Sanders, we didn't know how he would run. If he got out into the open, he showed at least some of that old speed.